4. Officially establishing the Westward Journey Joint Fund. With the respective establishment of the Western Heaven and Thames Dynasty government-led funds, and the confirmation of the leaders and members of the scripture-seeking group, the preliminary preparations have been largely completed, and it is now time to put the Westward Journey Joint Fund on the agenda. Avalokiteshvara's on-site roadshow. The preliminary work had only generated Tung Tazong's interest in exercising spirits and honoring Buddha. However, there was still a long way to go to guide him toward the idea of seeking scriptures from the West. As we know, the small vehicle Hinayana Buddhism, currently popular in Tang Dynasty, has the function of exercising spirits. This means that the Tang government's fund might also invest in local, small vehicle teachings. With the first ever water and land assembly soon to be held in Thames, Avalokiteshvara decided to take matters into her own hands, conducting a live roadshow. She aimed to promote the powerful features of the great vehicle Buddhism, from Western Heaven to Thames Taizong before the small vehicle Buddhism could demonstrate its exorcism capabilities, thus preemptively enticing him to send people to the West to seek the scriptures. To achieve this, Avalokiteshvara took the following steps. First, she created a buzz to grab Tung Taizong's attention. Avalokiteshvara transformed into a bodhisattva and began selling the beautifully embroidered robe and the 9-ringed staff, gifts from Buddha, at a high price of 7,000 taels of silver in front of the current Prime Minister, Zhao Xing. Prime Minister Zhao Xing then introduced Avalokiteshvara to Tang Taizong, bringing her to the court. Through the robe, Avalokiteshvara successfully caught the attention of the emperor. Next, she cleverly offered the robe to Tang Seng for free, using the bait-and-switch strategy to win the admiration and favor of the court and the people of Thames. At this time, Emperor Li Shimin was suffering from the disturbances caused by evil spirits in his dreams. The general guarding the door was unable to resolve the problem, so the emperor had called for Master Xuanzhuang, Tang Seng, to perform rituals. Avalokiteshvara arrived just in time. Emperor Tang immediately summoned her and proposed buying the robe and other treasures to pass on to Xuanzhuang, but she insisted on giving them to him for free. By doing this, Avalokiteshvara not only won the favor of the Tang court, but also successfully endorsed Xuanzhuang Tang Seng in front of a large crowd. Later, with Avalokiteshvara's manifestation, all of Tang recognized Xuanzhuang as the only one capable of completing the great task of seeking the scriptures. This was a twofold success. Third, Avalokiteshvara participated in the first water and land assembly hosted by Emperor Tang, where she publicly discussed the advantages of the great vehicle Buddhism. During the assembly, she used the opportunity of Xuanzheng's lack of knowledge of the great vehicle teachings to highlight that only the newly developed great vehicle Buddhism from Western Heaven could offer the ability to help the dead ascend to heaven. Additionally, Avalokiteshvara further emphasized the benefits of the great vehicle Buddhism, stating that, besides exorcising spirits, it can also dispel disasters. Listening intently, Emperor Taizong immediately asked in great excitement, "Where can I find this great vehicle Buddhism?" Avalokiteshvara replied, "It is in the great Thundersound Temple of Western Heaven in the land of the Heavenly Kingdom." Then, Emperor Taizong invited Avalokiteshvara to ascend the stage. Avalokiteshvara soared up on a cloud to the highest heavens, revealed her true form, and held the sacred bottle and willow branch. With her true form revealed, how could Emperor Taizong not believe? Avalokiteshvara used her personal brand image to endorse and guarantee the great vehicle Buddhism from Western Heaven, first selling the robe, then gifting the treasures, and finally manifesting her true form to preach. She turned what was just an ordinary, scripture-seeking mission into a matter of national attention. Avalokiteshvara can truly be seen as a master of marketing. Did the robe truly protect against all misfortunes, as Avalokiteshvara claimed? In reality, Tang Seng faced numerous hardships on his journey, often being captured by monsters and nearly cooked alive. The robe and staff had little effect, and they were hardly mentioned again in the rest of the story. Avalokiteshvara's selling of the robe has a similar function to the story The Seller of Oranges. Ultimately, through her project roadshow and personal endorsement, Avalokiteshvara succeeded in convincing Emperor Taizong to officially include the Westward Journey for Scriptures in the Tang Dynasty's 13th five-year plan, making it a key investment direction for the Tang government-led fund. Officially establishing the Westward Journey Joint Fund. After Avalokiteshvara manifested, she also extended an invitation to Emperor Taizong to jointly launch the Westward Journey Joint Fund. Immediately, Emperor Taizong asked, "Who is willing to take the role of the head of this fund?" The scripture seeker. After the prior personnel arrangements, Xuanzhuang was already the obvious choice. He immediately responded, "I, the humble monk, am willing to exert my utmost efforts to seek the true scriptures on behalf of your majesty, praying for the eternal stability of our kingdom." Emperor Taizong immediately approved. Thus, the Westward Journey Joint Fund jointly initiated by the transmission of sutras to the East-Western Heaven Government Fund. The Exercising Spirits and Promoting Buddhism Temps Dynasty Government Fund and Xuanzhuang was officially established on September 11th, the 13th year of the Zhongguan era. The next day, Emperor Taizong wrote the pass document and stamped it with the official seal. At the same time, he offered soil as incense and formally made Xuanzhuang his royal brother. This indicates that Xuanzhuang's journey to the west was not a private undertaking, but a government-approved mission by the Tang dynasty. Xuanzhuang signed the partnership agreement for the scripture-seeking fund and officially began his journey west. At this point, under the direct operation of Avalokiteshvara, the Westward Journey Joint Fund officially entered its operational phase. Analysis of the Westward Journey Joint Fund composition. On September 12th, the 13th year of the Zhongguan era, Xuanzhuang's Westward Journey marked the official start of the Westward Journey Joint Fund. Let's now take a closer look at the composition of this joint fund with a professional perspective. Limited partners of the fund. As previously analyzed, the limited partners LP of the Westward Journey Joint Fund are two institutional investors. One is the transmission of sutras to the East government-led fund initiated by Buddha. The main purpose of this guiding fund is to spread the newly developed product of Western heaven, the great vehicle, Buddhism, using the Tripitaka as the medium to the Eastern Temps dynasty in the southern continent, thus achieving the goals of expanding into overseas markets, increasing market share for the new product, and boosting the source of religious offerings through crowdfunding. To this end, the fund provided essential assets for registration, such as the colorful robe and 9-ringed staff. Additionally, they secretly selected Teng Seng as the general partner and designed an effective mechanism, such as the tightening spell as an option lock, to ensure the loyalty of the professional managers, safeguarding the successful operation of the joint fund. Second, the Exercising Spirits and Promoting Buddhism Government-led Fund, initiated by Emperor Taizong of the Tang dynasty. This guiding fund was established after being influenced by Western heaven and responding to the demand pain points. The role of this guiding fund was mainly to provide local market demand for the joint fund and policy support during the fund's operation through the pass document. It also provided additional startup capital, the golden OMZ bowl given to Xuanzhuang, basic staff for the fund, and a special carriage with 2 long-serving attendants and a horse. The general partner of the fund, Tang Seng. Without a doubt, Tong Seng became the general partner GP of this active Belt and Road Joint Fund. Tong Seng's ability to take on this role was due to his dual identity as a disciple of the Buddha and the Emperor's spiritual brother. He became the best candidate both sides could agree upon. This not only provided convenience for the process of seeking scriptures from Western heaven, but also paved the way for the successful transmission of scriptures in the Tang dynasty, making the personnel arrangement perfect. With the formation of the scripture-seeking team, the Westward Journey Joint Fund began operating as a partnership. Professional managers like Wukong, Bagi, and Shasing gradually joined the team. Later on, due to his immense professional skills, Wukong transitioned from being a pure professional manager to becoming a partner in the scripture-seeking team, the custodian of the fund, Avalokiteshvara. In the Westward Journey Joint Fund, Avalokiteshvara played a key role as the custodian of the fund. During the fund's operation, her responsibilities included the following. Firstly, during the fund's establishment phase, Avalokiteshvara used marketing, headhunting, roadshows, and personal branding to assist Taizong in setting up the Tang Government Fund, arranging for Tong Sang as the future GP, and recruiting the scripture-seeking team members, which led to the successful launch of the fund. The entire plan was meticulous and intricately connected, something that only a few could ever accomplish. Avalokiteshvara truly lives up to the description by the Buddha. She has great powers and abilities, and no one else could have done it. It is clear that Avalokiteshvara's status as the top bodhisattva in Western heaven, and as one of the 5 elders of the 5 directions, is not without reason. In modern terms, her position is historically formed and irreplaceable. Secondly, during the operation of the fund, Avalokiteshvara fulfilled her important role as the fund's custodian. On one hand, she represented the Western heaven as an investor, overseeing the entire operation of the scripture-seeking team, ensuring that the investments would appreciate and maintain value. At the same time, she used methods like the 4 saints testing the meditation heart to timely assess the ideological trends of the team members, though this did carry a bit of a trap-and-catch feel. On the other hand, she was timely in helping resolve issues for Tong Seng and his disciples on their journey to the west, assisting with demon slaying, and ensuring the fund's value was preserved and increased. Thirdly, Avalokiteshvara also played the role of a business consultant. When the scripture-seeking team faced signs of senior managers leaving, she promptly introduced measures like the tightening spell to lock them in. When professional managers complained about their pay, she provided them with golden parachutes, 3 life-saving hairs. And she also acted like a union, occasionally sending warmth to the team, like giving Wukong a cotton robe. After discussing Avalokiteshvara's major roles, let's add a bit about her true image. In fact, the portrayal of Avalokiteshvara in the original Journey to the West is vastly different from the TV series. According to the original text's description of her appearance, physique, and demeanor, crescent eyebrows, starry eyes, fair face, ruby lips, rosy cheeks, slender fingers, golden lotuses, half-folded, graceful bearing, and slender figure. Avalokiteshvara is essentially a 15 or 16-year-old beauty, resembling the goddess Athena from Saint Seiya, and certainly not the middle-aged woman depicted in TV shows, aged 30 to 40. As for the roles of the parties involved in the fund, let's look at it from a different angle. If we were to compare the Journey for the Scriptures to a TV series with 81 episodes, then the Buddha would be the executive producer, Emperor Taizong would be the co-producer, Avalokiteshvara would be the director, Tang Seng would be the lead actor on the surface, Wukong would be the real lead actor, Bagi and Shasing would be the supporting roles, the 8 immortals, 4 pillars, and various protectors would be the extras, and the various demons and spirits encountered along the journey would be the antagonists of each episode.